All right, now fun time. We're going to get to incorporate Mr. Joe Barniak, our cameraman and production guru, and teach him how to play drums. This is the best part of it. Before we get started, I want to just explain the drum set and a couple other little techniques. This is a snare drum. It's called your high tom, middle tom, and your low tom, or floor tom if it has legs that sits on the floor. So we have snare drum. We call it a snare drum because it has snares underneath it, okay, that create the snare sound. You have a throw-off switch here that turns it from snare to tom, or snare, and then high tom, middle, and low tom. And then our big drum down here is the bass drum. Here we have what's called hi-hat cymbals, and these up here would be considered crash cymbals. They come in various sizes. China cymbal here, and then a ride cymbal. All right. Now let me show you quickly how to play the bass drum and the hi-hat cymbals. Two ways to play. We have what's called toe playing, where you pick the heel off the ground, both of them, and play really with the pad of your toes. Or you can leave your heel on the pedal and move your toe up and down, called heel toe playing. Okay? I learned heel toe early on, and then went to toe playing. Certain Led Zeppelin patterns, or I'll heel toe it in a double bass or 16th note patterns. As I might like to toe play it. It just gives you more volume and power. So I've been working with Joe a little bit on toe playing, so it's not a big deal. What we're really going to try and do is work through a standard 8-bar passage. And I've taught Joe two of the main core beats in drums, a 1-1 and a 1-2, and he's just done an awesome job. And then one drum fill. So, and that's really the starting point of your first drum lesson. Learn how to play an 8-bar sequence. And what we're doing is playing beats for 7 measures, and then playing a drum fill in measure 8, which really acts as a musical segue into a new phrase. So what happens in songs is they'll pick out a riff beat, and you might play that for 8 measures in the introduction of the song. The drummer in the 8th measure will do a drum fill, and then he'll go to another riff beat during a first verse. He'll vamp on that riff beat for 7 measures, and then in the 8th measure he'll do a drum fill, which is another musical segue going to a chorus. And then he'll pick out a third riff beat and play a new one during the chorus, vamp on that for 7 measures in that simple, busy, simple, busy, simple, busy, simple fill process, and then the 8th measure do another drum fill, and then repeat the whole process. So now we're going to get Joe to come over here and wow us. All right, now we're going to get started and have Joe wow us here. What we're going to do is start off playing quarter notes on the hi-hat. And this is from the book. Excuse me, Joe. I'll creep back. Play quarter notes, 4 quarter notes on the hi-hat for me. First thing you learn in drums. Now let's add the snare drum on counts 2 and 4. And the snare drum really mimics people clapping on counts 2 and 4. Let's add that, Joe. Very nice. Now let's add the bass drum. In this particular first beat in a 1-1, the bass drum falls on counts 1 and 3. So let's add that, Joe. Good, good. Now let's try the second major beat in drums, what I refer to as a 1-2. Same process, quarter notes on the hi-hat, but we're going to hit 2 8th notes on count 3, so it's going to give the boom, dat, boom, boom, dat sound. Let's try the 1-2, Joe. Very nice, very nice. And I was showing you earlier how to get the stick out of the way. That's one of the first hurdles that everyone has to cross is hitting the hi-hat cymbal only once, but twice with the foot. And show them, Joe, what I told you. When you're hitting it twice, get the stick out of the way. There you go. Do it again. There you go. Just a process. Now what we're going to do is play an 8-bar sequence. We're going to play a 1-1 in measure 1 and follow it with a 1-2 or a compatible beat. And then we're going to play measure 3, the 1-1 again, and just follow it with the 1-2 in measure 4. Measure 5 will be the 1-1, measure 6 the 1-2, measure 7 will be the 1-1, and then measure 8, Joe's going to play a drum fill, and then he's going to repeat the process. And that's really what drummers are doing in songs, and we're doing that about 10 times. Let's give it a try, Joe. right, let's try it again. I'm gonna stand up here and point. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right. All right, here's Joe Barniak, drummer extraordinaire. Ready, go. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Woo, baby. Stand up, take a bow. Thank you very much.